time for another edition of Asphere's Cafe. Now here's the manager of the cafe, Asphere, Aspin, Asko na cylinder, Asparagus. Pasok! Hello, Asparagus.
Okay,
All right, fellas. Hello, and welcome to Aspers Cafe. Today is Monday, March 17, 2025. Yes, you heard that right. It is indeed Monday, and yes, we are kicking off with a brand new week. And you know what that means? We are 5 episodes away before we reach the 200 episode of Asper's Cafe. Yes, just in time for a 1 year anniversary of my show, where the show started it all with the rainbow farts and such. How the show started with from looking back of Asper's Cafe. Wow, I cannot believe how this how I wait sorry I wow. Okay, wow. I cannot believe that time is really flying fast, if you ask me, and it's pretty insane. No, seriously, it's pretty insane that we're almost a year away before Asper's Cafe becomes 1 year old. Yes, 1 year old Cool FM show, and I am really am grateful because this show has been helping me to to be to become a potential to become a potential podcast where I can set up a serious uh streaming equipments where I can do on my own podcast like this one, for example. And it's pretty amazing. So, yeah, road to 200 episode, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we are at episode 195 as we speak at this broadcast right here on Asper's Cafe. All right, so before we begin, how are you, Dream Car?
Hello.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes, Dream Car. Yes. I can hear you loud and clear. Dream Car, go ahead.
Alright, yes, if you don't know, I am here once again, and yes, 5 more episodes before we reach 200.
Yes, that's right, Dream Car. As I said before, we are almost reaching 200 episode, and wow, really, time really flies fast, right?
Yep, it's been a while, and yes, I have weird expectations because they want me to enroll you in the basketball because they want me to go do basketball things because I don't know how to do it. Because if you don't know, the intrams, of course, the so-called yes, the so-called next, I think next week, I will not be joining Asper's Cafe because, of course, we all know it's the school's games, it's the intrams. Yep, and yes, I am not sure if I am good at basketball thing. So yeah, I had expectations to do that. So, I hope get ready for this one. But anyways, let's start the cafe session, shall we?
Thank you, Dream Car. Okay, so let's see if I can look for the tech headlines right now because I am unprepared right now. And also, I will have to start preparing the dinner when I head into the outbreak. So, probably in the second gap, you'll be taking over probably the second gap, you'll be taking over the headlines. Not headlines, I should say. You'll be taking over for covering the rest of the tech news while I am away taking care of the chores. But first gap, I can do this. So let's get into the Verge right now. And let me just open my browser right now. So let me open Brave and go to my main profile there. And then, of course, we will head over to the Verge website. Okay, let's see what's interesting. Aha! Okay, this caught my attention. I will show you guys in a bit. Another one that caught my attention. And let's see. Okay. The first one will be very quick. Yes, the first one will be very, very quick, while the rest is going to be a long. Or not really that long, but not quite long, but it's just average reading time. Yeah. But the first one is very quick, and we can talk about this right now. So let's get the screen share up and running. Okay, if anything, there we go. Nice. All right, let's get into the first one, and that is the two new external displays from Apple. All right, so let's read this again. Well, it looks like Apple is reportedly working on two new external displays, and this was coming, I should say, this was first reported by Bloomberg, and yeah, so we're gonna read this one. One, codename J427, is the rumored second generation studio display due either at the end of this year or early next year. That was written according to Mark Gurman from Bloomberg in the Discover version of today's Power On newsletter. And another one has popped up aside from J427, and that is J527. So, Gurman speculates it's either an alternative to J427 Apple could launch instead, or something with different specs like a new Pro Display XDR. So, if these reports turn out to be true, then this is going to be interesting. How Apple is going to differentiate the models for the studio display. As much as we love to check that Bloomberg article, it is a paywall article which you obviously we cannot read without having and which obviously we cannot read unless we are subscribed to that newsletter. And obviously we're not gonna go there because I mean it's just not the cup of our tea reading the exclusive paid newsletters that require subscription. But yeah. But either way, what do you guys think about Apple working on their two new external displays, most likely referring to Studio Display? So what do you think, Dreamcar?
Larger display, I think, but expected to, but uh, two newer versions of this the studio display. But let's see if like a alternate version or more on the what's called dual display, I think. But let's see for Apple.
Thank you, Dreamcar. And yeah, I will take his comment because we really don't know what how Apple is cooking right now. So yeah, I will side with Dreamcar for this one. Next we have here is the iPhone 17 Air. Another round of dummy models. Yes, another round of dummy models. So again, coming from The Verge, and well, Mark Gurman also wrote on the same newsletter that the 17 Air could be the precursor to a long rumored port-free iPhone. All right, so let's get into the main headline. A set of iPhone 17 dummies appeared last night in a new leak from Sonny Dixon, who has a long history of credibly leaking the non-functional versions of iPhones that case and accessory makers use to prepare for the next year's crop of handsets. The images look very much like the renders we have seen in recent weeks, down to the phone spanning camera bump that Apple is expected to add to all but the standard iPhone 17. Dixon includes shots of the dummies from all sides. The edge-on shots here really do a good job showing how big of a difference there will be between the rumored iPhone 17 Air and the others. The rest of the iPhone line, which they never thought of as especially thick, looks absolutely beefy by comparison. So if you look side by side, you can tell that the side of the iPhones look incredibly thick. Except the third one right here, which obviously is iPhone 17 Air. And if you look at the right side of the iPhones, you can already tell how thin the iPhone 7 Air is right around here. While the rest, I do not know what this one is going to be called, but most likely this is most likely iPhone 17, which is a base model. This one is iPhone 17 Pro, 17 Pro Max, and this one is iPhone 17 Air right here, guys. All right. So the dummies appear to back up rumors. Wait, did I forget? Yeah, there's more. Okay, sorry. There's more. If you look at the back of the iPhone 17 models, you can tell the differences right here. Well, the iPhone 17 Air only has one camera, while the rest either have two or three cameras, depending if it's a base model or the Pro models. And looking at the front of the iPhones, it looks like all iPhones will come with the with the less with that less camera notch here. So that's pretty nice to see. The dummies appear to back up rumors that the iPhone 17 Air will be a 6.6-inch phone, positioning in between the 6.3-inch iPhone 16 Pro and 6.9-inch 16 Pro Max of this year. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman reiterates that it's going to have a 6.6-inch screen in today's Power On newsletter, which I told you this was also covered on Bloomberg's Power On newsletter. Apple had considered making it 6.9 inches, he writes, but pulled the plug on that over fears that a thin device with a giant screen will be susceptible to bending. He adds that the phone will get slim bezels like 16 Pro phones, a dynamic island color. There you go. I almost forgot the name, but what this is what Apple calls them, dynamic island, and camera control button, which Dixon's dummy photos seem to support. So there you go. So now that we took a look at the dummy units of how the iPhone 17 and the rest of the iPhone 17 models look like, all I can say is that this is a very likely how Apple is going to launch this. But again, take this with a grain of salt because we will never know how what Apple is cooking right now with the iPhone 17 and their upcoming models. So yeah, that's my take on this one. Any thoughts, Dreamcar?
Same here, same here.
All right. Next, and now let's move on to the last one, and this time it's not so good news. Amazon is ending the option to not send echo voice recordings to the cloud. The do not send voice recordings feature, which was limited to 3 Echo devices, will go away on March 28th. Oh boy. Oh boy. Amazon is discontinuing a feature that allows users of some of its Echo Smart speakers to choose not to send their voice recordings to the cloud. According to an email the company sent to users that was posted on Reddit, let me take a look right real quick. And they do have an image link, which I do not think it will be embedded on Reddit, so we will have to click yet another link. Let's see what email they got from Amazon. There you go. Here it is. Dear Echo customer, we are reaching out to let you know that the Alexa feature do not send voice recordings that you enabled on your supported Echo devices will no longer be available beginning March 28, 2025. This feature allowed compatible Echo devices to process the audio of Alexa requests locally on device. As we continue to expand Alexa's capabilities with generative AI features that rely on the processing power of Amazon's secure cloud, we have decided to no longer support this feature. If you do not take action, your Alexa settings will automatically be saved. You don't save recordings. This means that starting on March 28th, your voice recordings will be sent to and processed in the cloud, and they will be deleted after Alexa processes your requests. Any previously saved voice recordings will also be deleted. If your voice recording setting is updated to don't save recordings, Voice ID will not work and you will not be able to create a Voice ID for individual users to access more personalized features. If you do not want to set your voice recording setting to don't save recordings, please follow these steps before March 28th. So that's the email they got. If you have an option, do not send voice recordings. This is the evil you will get. So, yeah, there you go. And Amazon spokesperson confirmed the change in an email to The Verge, that is, in fact, Lauren Remhill. The Alexa experience is designed to protect our customers' privacy and keep their data secure, and that's not changing. We're focusing on the privacy tools and controls that our customers use most and work well with generative AI experiences that rely on the processing power of Amazon's secure cloud. Customers can continue to choose from a robust set of tools and controls, including the option to not save their voice recordings at all. We will continue learning from customer feedback and building privacy features on their behalf. Yeah, it's really a shame if you ask me. It's a shame. It's being removed in favor of generative AI features for Amazon Alexa. It's a shame. So let's take a look. What do they think about this change? Well, SGT Tamanma said, "Great opportunity to discontinue Amazon Alexa." Original Sin said, "Not a big shock with them about to move to the full AI version of Alexa. Processing is going to happen in the cloud for that. So yeah, if you want privacy, it is not tool for you." Well said. Very well said. Aura Ford OA said, "We will spy on you and you will like it." Very true. I should say very accurate, because tech enthusiasts will not like big tech companies spying on them, which is fair. And yeah, that's oh yeah. So these are some Reddit takes on Amazon discontinuing this feature, and it really sucks. It's going away. What about the Virtues? Well, Grand Inquisitor posted a timeline. In 2018, he bought Alexa Amazon Echo. Alexa was functional, worked well enough, and Easter eggs were fun to share with others. Lights, sound, and TV worked with voice. 2021, Easter eggs went away. Alexa got worse and worse. TV stopped working over voice, lights had less options, and started doing weird stuff when Wi-Fi or Alexa is offline. 2023, Alexa slips further into unusability. Smart home apps start failing, and a mess with throw out your own junk and buy the latest offered as a fix. Lights straight up wake you at 3 a.m. for no reason. No! What the heck? And in 2025, Amazon informs Echo devices are now recording everything said. Echo threw it into trash can. TV taken offline. Bulbs replaced with dumb LEDs that actually turn on when you press a switch. The the modern smart home is going great. Based on how I based on how I see it, this is unfortunately becoming a reality, guys. Yeah, never trust big tech companies. Never trust big tech companies, guys. So yeah, again, it sucks that Amazon is taking away this feature. They wanted this feature for our privacy, but it's going to be removed. It's a loss. Any thoughts? Any thoughts?
Well, that sucks because of course we have privacy and we also have the AI features too.
Exactly. Right? Like, what if some concerned individuals do not want them to be spied, right? Well, I have to say, just don't buy the products. Just don't buy the products. Just don't. Just don't. Literally, just don't. All right. All right.
Exactly 6:52.
Yep, 6:52 p.m. as we will return with more coffee sessions right here on Aspers Coffee. And just before I leave, I would do like to let my viewers and listeners know that I will not be here for the second gap because I will be preparing for dinner and I need to take care of the household chores. But hopefully it won't take too long and I'll be back on the third half of my show right here. So, yeah. In the meantime, before we head to the app break,
Our sponsors, Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by Asparagus and Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee. We'll be right back. It's 6:50.
yes. We will be right back.
We now return to Asphere's Cafe. And we're back with more Asparagus Cafe. And of course, our sponsors, Asphere's Aircon and Kapinoy Coffee. And I'm going to search something from The Verge. Let me share screen. I still have Emily though. Alright, yes. I'm still searching for The Verge. The Verge. The Verge. Alright. So now we get some international news here. That Alphabet, of course, what part of the Google is, spins up Starlink with Taara. Taara, yes. This is the ex competitor from Alphabet. Taara. So the tech is lasers to transmit data, and meanwhile this envisaged envisaged to rival in mass Starlink from the rural areas. They said that Tara secured funding from Series X Capital. With 2,000 employees operates in 12 countries, working everything connecting the capital to the Democratic Republic of Congo to augment the congested network at the 2024 Coachella. According here from Eric Teller, we realized over time that for a good number of the things we create, there's a lot of benefit to landing just outside of the alphabet membrane. They're going to be able to get connected quickly to the market capital, bring in strategic investors, and generally be able to scale faster this way. They're usually a competitor with their transmission up to 20 gigabits per second for over 20 kilometers. The can be terminals can be mounted on towers and are quicker and cheaper to install than laying fiber, of course, because when you like use the island reach for the island, of course you need like cabling management, and like when it comes to managing the cables outside the country, that's very difficult to expect. So this would be also a good idea for them. And also last month they announced that they're condensed its technology program to much more compact. So they will launch a product next year. Taara, of course, said that their technology will work differently to Starlink. They will, of course, can offer 10, if not 100 times more bandwidth than the typical Starlink, which is very interesting to see that. And can do a fraction of a cost. From founder of Taara, Manesh Krishnawasmi. And they told their origins from another ex-project, Loon, which they're also shooting lasers also from 20-mile high balloons. And it just only in up to 2021. So they have expected soon for Taara. Small comments here from Dave Bobsky. Can also shoot two trees with Starlink. You can simply aim at the sky to interrupt uninterrupted connectivity. Connectivity wise, I might be interested too as well. Hold on, I got something. Going back here from The Verge. They are now facing a door-die survival issue. This is breaking news here. That's a quote from the chief of Samsung, Lee Jae-yong, as he delivered a message from thousand executives from undergoing education seminars from the Yonhap news agency, was reported that they have a 6-day work week to inject the sense of crisis after failing to go behind the AI thing. Now recently they have on the TV, smartphones, and lucrative drum sales. They of course had seen declining. When it comes to declining, it's a crucial part from Samsung right now, with having it delivering more of the AI, managing the AI semiconductors thing. Also, aside from Samsung, there's also other good mentions, Google Pixel, I think, and even the even more as the Huawei as well. So nothing much to say now. We'll go to the GSM Arena about the so-called polls. Alright, I just sent you last week about the poll, right? Here it is. Alright, here's the update from the poll. The results from the poll from the Galaxy A56 is a quarter of a vote here for the yes. 289, 22.3. For the maybe, if there's a discount, is overall majority, 35.6. But the no, but like don't like the hardware, is 318. Majority of the no, 24.5. They don't want to have a mid-ranger, 94, which is the 7.3, and none of the above will be a 10.3 and 133. Now let's see for the A36 update. For the total of the 14.6, 106. Maybe if discounted, 154, 21.2. No, but A56, 149, 20.5. No, but the hardware, 192, the majority, 26.4. None of the above will have 58. And the mid-range 7, and 9.2%. And the Galaxy A26. The A26. The yes will have 75, 11.4. Maybe if there's a discount, 82, 12.4. No, but they want the A36 or A56. We have 171, nearly of the majority. 1/4 of the majority, 25%. But the no for the hardware, 198, majority 30%. No, but they don't want also a mid-ranger with 65, which is 9.9. And none of the above again is 10.3. Oops, I didn't click that one. Alright, that's our results from the last week's review of the weekly poll. Now here, your latest one. Can the nothing phone, the 3A, or the phone 3A Pro be your next phone? Nothing up its third gen of phones with a more affordable is possibly, and hold on. And the vanilla with the pro model and the pro mod. Hold on. that's why I'm saying there's a this time they have a two vanilla with the pro and the supposedly light blue for the pro model. So nothing phone 3A and 3A Pro share most of the same hardware, but they are larger with the 6.77 1080p plus display with 120Hz 10-bit HDR10 plus and the same Snapdragon 7S Gen 3 chipset with 5000 milliamp battery and an IP64 rating. They have a better camera setup than the previous one with their main module. Both had 50 megapixel sensors OIS. With the Pro model has dual pixel autofocus with selfie camera in favor of the Pro 50 megapixel sensor, 4K 30 FPS video, 32 megapixel 1080p 30 FPS, and 8 megapixel units with ultra-wide camera. For the telephoto, they have 50 megapixel, 2 on vanilla, 70mm periscope, three of them on the Pro, both with the 50 megapixels inside. The Pro, of course, according here, is more advanced, and the focus is at the shorter distances. Comparing here that 15 centimeter versus the 25 one. So you could tell there. And you could tell, here's the picture of the A packages. 3 Pro right there. Here's 3A. Comparing the picture design here, the design was very interesting. The color scheme for the 3A. 3A is I think more the shorter one, like the lighter blue color. The color scheme might be different than the others. The Pro one is on the vanilla side. So 460 for the 12 256, then the 30,000 for okay, I found here that they only have the only one option here, 12 gigs 256 gigs ROM for $460, or how much for this one? $26,000. Meanwhile, 8 gigs 120 they also have 8 gigs 120 ROM for 30,000 rupees. I don't know how much. 19,000. So now here's the survey for the Nothing Phone 3A and Nothing Phone 3A Pro. And Nothing Phone 3A Pro. I'm going to just send this one here for all of you to join the survey. So I'm going to go here at the alright, here we go. I'm going to go sit on the prime time and also here on the Yo server. Yes, Yo server, because there's the Cool FM server. If you want to join the survey, here you go for another weekly poll. And I will share the results next Monday. So, well, that's it for me. Join me again later as Aspargos will be returning now, I think. So, 7:14. Yeah, 7:14, and there's another one. Yes, just to make sure. So, update from GSM Marina. Okay, let's talk about the Nothing 3A. Here we go. Looks like this. It's a 3A phone, 3A Pro. 4 cameras it has. So the body is at 163.5 by 77, 5.5 by 8.4, 211 grams. They're both glass frame, plastic frame, but glass back and front. Water splashes, water resistant, IP40 LED light strips in the back. There's also display 6.77 AMOLED, 1B colors, 120 Hz, HDR10 plus, 800 nits, 130 and 1300 nits, 3000 nits, and the chipset is a Qualcomm SM765 Snapdragon 7S Gen 3 octa-core, 1.1 by 2.5 Cortex, and Adreno 710. Memory will be available 12 gigs, 50 gigs ROM, 8 gigs, 128 gigs ROM, and 8 gigs, 256 ROM. There are now 15, nothing OS 3.1. There are up to 3 major Android upgrades. Rear camera will have 50 pixels and 120-degree for the ultra wide angle. Same as the front camera. It will capture 4K at 30 FPS, 1080p to 30 to 60 and 120 FPS with the front camera with 4K and 1080p. Also add the fingerprint reader and stereo speakers. This is what it looks like. Boxing looks like this. So we get the Nothing brand at the back here with the box with the with the USB cable and the phone itself. Of course, there's no power adapter included. Of course, it's in a cardboard, and there also have Type C to C and SIM ejector tool. No charger and no case. That's from GSM Marina. There's more of your favorite tech news later on as we turn after these announcements. And this episode is brought to you by Asphere Sarcon. Try and test the trusted Ben Asparagus and Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee by FBS Manufacturing Corporation. 7:17. We'll right back. We now return to Asper and Asper's Cafe. Since Aspargos was it? Alright, there it is. And
All
now
right.
here's
All right.
Aspargos.
Welcome back to Asper's Cafe. Apologies for a little delay since I just got back to Roblox and I got disconnected because of inactivity. But yes, we are back. It is now 7:24 p.m. 6 minutes before TVH network leaves the program. So yeah, let's get into more tech headlines right here. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's continue here. And by the way, my dinner is crispy fry. I cook crispy fry. Yes, I cook crispy fry for dinner tonight. And yeah, I'm still eating, but I will do my best to cover more tech headlines. I think we are now into the smartphone news, right?
Yes. So I also send the weekly poll too.
Right. Okay, good, good.
The
Okay.
on the Call FM chat room and on the live chat room.
All right, cool. Okay. Okay, guys. So right, let's get into the GSM arena right now. Let me get my screen share. Before that, let me head over to the website real quick. Okay. All right, I got my screen share up, and now we can switch to the split screen.
I love aircon.
Oi, Geometric.
Kamating
Hello,
it.
hello, Geo. Sub Geo. All right.
I love aircon.
Yes, indeed, we love aircon. I don't have an aircon. I actually do not have an aircon in my room, but we have aircon in our cafe.
I love aircon. Tara magdingdong ditch tayo ulit.
Hmm. Okay, let's get into the smartphone news. And looks like we only have few minutes for
Okay,
TVH, but
Cairo.
anyway,
Speaking of speaking of phones, my phone is stolen, so I'm using my old phone right now.
I know. I heard the news that your phone got stolen, and I don't even know
But
what happened.
And don't worry, guys. Sandoval Media is Skibidi Toilet is gonna return with a big Skibidi Toilet station ID. Stay tuned because Sandoval Media will have the best station ID, better than all the competitors. I will make sure that I will provide an air check by tomorrow.
Ooh. Wow.
Amazing, amazing,
Nice.
amazing.
Yes, yes, I agree. I will show you the air check tomorrow. Live on Asper's Cafe. It will be premiering during Asper's Cafe at 7 o'clock.
Noted on that. Noted on
So make
that.
sure you stream it. If you do not stream it, I will suspend you. I mean I will mecom you.
Okay. We will stream it. Don't worry. Don't worry,
Hello
Gio.
Dreamcar, how are you?
Yes, okay naman na kamatis.
I heard there's a new nothing phone, right?
Yes, the Nothing Phone 3A and the 3A Pro.
How much the price? I want buy. I want buy.
26,000.
What? What? How much?
According sa Amazon, states here from their website, it's over 20. Sorry.
No, no, no,
Again,
no.
I said
I check Choppy. I'll check Choppy. 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 Shopee
Shop,
kasi Shopee.
Shopee. Yes.
Shopee. Hold on, hold on.
I'll connect to Shopee right now. Hold on. Let me search. Nothing skibidi phone. Yeah, nothing phone. Yeah. I will search on Shopee right now. Nothing. Not okay. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see the price right now. It's not even selling right now. Oh my god, that's actually stupid. Oh, never mind. I think it's not that. I think it's not started selling yet. I think it's gonna be a few days from now, but or a few weeks from now. It's not been selling. It's not selling yet. That's unfortunate.
Just only found it on Amazon.
But
Things.
speak, but I, but you know, I yeah, but you know, one day I will buy a nothing phone. It's gonna be the last gen because cheap. Last gen is cheap, right? Last gen cheap. If you buy last gen,
Usually if new gen is announced, they will likely lower the price for the last gen phones.
yeah, the launch because if you buy the new one, you're getting it's not worth it if it's an incremental upgrade unless if it's really really needed. Which, by the way, I don't think there's nothing much. I think there's nothing much new with the new phone. I believe. I think there's only like improved specs, and you don't really need those stuff unless if you are me who wants unlight motion to run at 5 FPS only.
5 FPS.
Uh-huh. All right, here is the prices for the 3A supposedly 26,363 and 80% doubles for the 12
Dollars
gigs
or dollars or
peso
peso.
peso
Okay,
26,363.
26K. That means last gen is gonna become 16. Okay. I have plan to buy now.
Yes, that's
So
for the
cheap, so cheap.
3A.
Nice, nice, nice. Good, good.
That's for the 3A Pro.
Oh,
Yes.
it's pro. How much is the regular?
For the regular version of the 3A, I'll check again. Nothing 3A will be hold on, I'm still checking. The other one will be the 3A Pro. Checking on the price on GSM Arena, it will be on hold on. All the prices here said here for the US dollars is 499. And according here from Philippine peso, 29,485 pesos.
Okay, 29K. Still expensive. Hi,
Pero on if
okay.
you go to the Europe one, it's a little bit cheaper. 18,896.
Don't worry, Dream Car. You know, nothing has flagship store in Philippines. The problem is it's far away from
Wala
me.
yata.
I'm agenting right now. They said that not beyond the box. You know, the store beyond the box. They sell
Uh-huh.
nothing. So you can sell it there. Hi, in fact, the nearest store, right? In
Speaking
fact,
of
the
beyond
nearest store to buy
speaking
a
of
nothing
beyond the
phone.
box, speaking of beyond the box, I do believe they also sell Apple iPhones too.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
make Apple garbage. I mean, Apple. They say Apple.
Yes, yes,
But you know,
yes.
you know that's the nearest store. Digital Walker in Davao City. Very far away, huh?
Uh-huh.
I get to get a good phone. I have to go to Davao, where Duterte is there. You know, her daughter is his daughter is doing the wake and bake.
What?
Okay, no more, no more, no more. But
All right.
yeah, but you get my point. I don't want to go to Davao just to buy a phone. That's the terrible idea, and I'm pretty sure if I broke the phone, no one's gonna try to repair it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hard to repair. Which is
Yeah.
why,
If you live in provincial areas, there's a very good chance it's going to be very hard. It's going to be hard.
yep. Anyway, I go back to making Sandoval graphics. Sa Dreamguard, thank you for the font collection. Your font
Yes.
collection too big, huh?
Yes.
Ja, 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 ja.
Okay.
Your phone collection 100 megabytes. You're wasting my load right now. I have no internet because parents paid the wrong account number for Converge, and I'm trying to refund it from 7-Eleven.
Oh, that
If
is
it fail,
something.
if I fail, no more tulog. If I fail, no my tulugan until April. Just
Oh.
kidding. Don't worry, I have my own internet. It's called I spent a little bit of money. Anyway, good luck and what the fuck? They're now selling phone cases for the 3A even though the 3A hasn't been released yet in the Philippines. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, I go now. Shalom. Bye bye. I
Yes,
hope you
bye-bye.
realize. I hope na masarap ulam nyo.
Yes, sige, sige. Thank you, Kamatis.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you very much, Geometric Tomato.
Exactly.
And
Okay,
now
exactly
let's get
7:34.
into the Realme P3. And looks like my screen share it doesn't want to load. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay,
Oh yeah.
let me try switching around. Maybe this will work. Okay, still now there is nothing. Well then. Okay, let me fix that then. In the meantime, let me switch to the Roblox feed. Let me stop screen sharing or yeah. Yeah, stop screen sharing. Stop streaming. There you go, stop streaming. And if we go back to share your screen and go back to GSM Arena, hopefully this trick will do. There we go. Move on. Alright, alright, fellas. It is time for the Realme P3. And let me just scroll up. There we go. And let's get into this smartphone headline right now. Realme P3 debuts with Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 and Matcha design. The Realme P3 made its official debut today in India. It comes with the Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 chipset, a big battery, and the segment's largest vapor chamber for cooling. Realme P3 in India is exactly the same as the Realme Neo 7X sold in China, down to the hero color space silver with matcha design. So you can see the the individuals holding the P3, and you can tell their colors, their phone colors right there. You can see one man holding a black color, one woman holding I think it's more like a violet card, violet. I'm not sure, but some sort of color, and then you can see another person holding a phone this time with the matcha design. Realme P3 has a 6.67-inch AMOLED display of Full HD Plus resolution and up to 120 Hz refresh rate. It reaches 2000 nits peak brightness and a 1500 Hz instant touch sampling rate. The phone supports 90 Hz in BGMI, which stands for Battlegrounds Mobile India, the domestic alternative of the Chinese-owned PUBG. Active mobile gaming requires an efficient cooling solution. That's why this Mate Ranger has a 6050 square millimeter vapor chamber that lowers the CPU temperature by 20 degrees Celsius. The Romi P3 comes with a 50 megapixel main shooter with f1.8 aperture and LED flash, while the secondary cam is a basic 2 megapixel portrait lens. The selfie camera has a 60 megapixel sensor. The battery capacity of Realme P3 is 6000 mAh. It is fairly impressive because the device itself is under 8 mm thick and there are only a handful of Realme phones with that much capacity in such a thin profile. It supports 45-watt wired charging. The phone comes with Android 15 with Realme 6, and other highlights include under display fingerprint sensor, NFC, and stereo speakers. The device is IP69 rated for water submersion up to 2.5 meters and 30 minutes. Realme P3 comes in three colors: Space Silver, Nebula Pink, there you go, that is what I was referring to, and Comet Gray, which is a blonde hue, yes. Prices are 16,999 Indian rupees for 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage configuration, 17,999 Indian rupees for 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage configuration, and 19,999 Indian rupees for 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage configuration. The phone will likely start selling alongside the Realme P3 Ultra, scheduled to launch on March 19, that is 2 days from now. Early bird sale is set for Wednesday at 6 p.m. local time. I don't know What time is that here in the Philippines? Indian time to GMT plus 8. It means it's around 12 p.m. I think. I could be wrong. Let's go to here, 6 p.m. Okay, yeah. It means 8:30 p.m. here in the Philippines. Yep, 8:30 p.m. here in the Philippines with Realme offering some bank card deals on its store and Flipkart. So, looking at this phone, well, I do say it's more like a premium smartphone design, but mid-range chipset. So, in my opinion, it looks more premium feel to me, but it's under mid-range category. So, what do you think about the Realme P3 so far?
It's nice though. Very interesting though.
Same with you, Dream Car. Same with you. All right, next one. Let's see. Let's see what's the next one. No way! iPhone 60e sells like hotcakes. Ooh, that is surprising. So, um, according to the early data, according to a Bloomberg report, the iPhone 60e recorded 60% more sales than its special predecessor, that is the iPhone SE 2022. Ooh, that's a very good number. Sure, the iPhone 60e supports Apple Touches to some extent, gets a new more modern design and display, but it's still stuck with one camera, and it costs $170 more than the iPhone SE from 2022, which is a lot even if you count for inflation. Well, it looks like they don't really care, and there might be a few reasons for that. For instance, with the discontinuation of the iPhone SE, the iPhone 60e remains the lowest entry point into Apple's ecosystem, so users literally don't have other options except to change themes and go with an Android device. Second, the 16e could be a colorative offer for enterprise customers, hence why we are seeing a surge in iPhone 16e orders. Lastly, people upgrading from an older iPhone like the iPhone SE from 2022 likely don't see the price hike as that big of an issue. They aren't upgrade that often to care. So, well, to me it looks like Apple Apple really nailed it for their entry level iPhone that is iPhone 60e. So good job to Apple for that one here, despite only have one camera, which I really don't think it really matters. If you're not into the photography, you shouldn't be bothered. But so far, it's doing great. So far, it's doing great. So yeah, and uh, and finally, Samsung launches Game Booster Plus. Some Galaxy devices feature a Game Booster app that enhances the gaming experience by giving you some extra neat features, and Samsung is improving the app with some additional features. But there's a catch. The new Game Booster Plus is currently only available in South Korea and as a module, part of the Good Luck app. We suspect the Game Booster Plus will be made available to users while outside Korea in the near future. So this is how Game Booster Plus looks like inside the Good Luck app. And if you do not have the latest One UI installed on your Samsung, you won't be able to take advantage of this feature as well. Well, what does this do? Well, it adds key remapping, additional GPU settings, and manual classifying of apps as games. The game controller key remapping allows you to remap certain in-game controls to other desired keys and even gives you the option to set up different profiles suitable for various games. The new GPU settings include pre-transform and texture filter. The former is a way to offload the GPU in screen rotation of Vulkan games, while the texture filter improves texture quality in games. You can set to default, performance, or quality. Lastly, the Game Booster Plus finally allows you to add apps to the list and classify them as quote-unquote games. This is especially useful for certain games that are not labeled as games, and as a result, the Game Booster doesn't work. This way, you can add apps manually and enable the much needed Game Booster features. So, this is very cool. If you say, let's say that your game in a scenario where your game doesn't get classified as games, you can hook up the Game Booster Plus and remap the app as games. So this is pretty nice. This is pretty nice. And seeing this feature how it works, yeah, you can remap and make changes to to the list of games right here. Pretty cool. So that's the game Booster Plus. Honestly, if I have a new Samsung phone, I would definitely be trying this out. But uh, for now, I would say it's cool. It's cool. All right. I think that is all for the smartphone news. Yes, that is all for the smartphone news. It is now what time, Dream Car?
7:44, but for anything else, sponsors Asphere's Aircon and Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
That's right, Dream Car. And with that, we will be getting into the last gap where I wanted to not wanted where I forgot to cover last week about the new Android TV update for Google Chromecast with Google TV, and that will be covered after the break. We will be right back. And we are back with Asper's Cafe. It is now 7:52 p.m. 8 minutes before we conclude this cafe session. And it looks like I have forgot to mention earlier that while Gio was having a conversation, we didn't say goodbye to our fellow TVH number viewers at that time, but it's okay because I mean there is a precisely time where the cafe will be concluded, but fret not. I mean, it's okay if we get preempted, but we do we do we do say goodbye to our fellow TV channel viewers most of the time, but in the case scenario like a while ago we didn't get a chance to say goodbye because of a certain guest host speaking. Well, yeah, it was interesting a while ago though. So yeah. Okay. So as we are now heading over to 925google.com and of course cover the the article that I have missed last week. Ooh, my room is hot. I still have my fan here too. Mm. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, so let's get the screen share up. Apparently, I have it disconnected again. Okay, then. Let me just switch to Discord mode for now. But yeah, I will still start my screen share because I will not be wasting my time further here. There we go. And yep, here it is. Google Chromecast with Google TV getting the Android 14 update. At long last. Finally. At long last. Yes, you heard that right. At long last. Okay. Following the Chromecast with Google TV going out of stock last month, Google is finally rolling out the Android 14 update. This update was originally expected by the end of 2024. UTTC 24 UTTC.24.12.18.004 is a big 809 megabytes download that takes your Chromecast with Google TV from Android 12 to Android 14. The release notes highlight how the Google TV streamer voice remote supports Find My Remote and customizable button, which presumably means that those that have bought the standalone accessory now get to benefit from the two new hardware features. The security patch goes from November 2024 to January 2025, while there are also system stability and improvements. It remains to be seen whether this is the last big OS upgrade for the Chromecast with Google TV. It should still get smaller updates going forward as Google is still supporting dongles despite the discontinuation. In 2024, Google released 8 Chromecast with Google TV updates. We're up to 2 in 2025. So this did not mention the HD model, so specifically, it only applies to the 4K model of Google TV, Chromecast with Google TV model, which I did check the system update yesterday while I was having my free time, and apparently there was no system update available for the HD model of the Chromecast with Google TV, which means I am not getting Android 14 update at this time. So when will the update arrive? I am not sure. It's Google being Google, so we don't know when will Google release the Android 14 update for the HD model. Also, meanwhile, it looks like that aside from us talking about the Android 14 update with the Chromecast with Google TV, there are also reporting issues with the update. Well, it's not going to be not so good list here. So one of the issues we're seeing reported is that external drives appear to no longer work, at least for some users. This appears to apply not just to external storage, but USB devices in general, as another user mentions that their Ethernet adapter also doesn't work. One user in our comments also mentions that a low power warning now appears while using a multi-purpose adapter. So this means that Google possibly patched the method to let you use the multi adapter for the Chromecast, because if this is true that they're not gonna let you use that anymore with the Android 14 update, yeah, it's a big L. Reports of this behavior are particularly widespread, but there are just enough to suggest there might be something amiss. Other issues that have been spotted by early adopters include changes to the color profile, something they also noticed on their new net, issues in the settings menu, which we will take a look right now if we go to r/Android TV. Here it is. In display page of settings, can't go beyond match content dynamic range. Settings just vanish while scoring. Not good. Problems with USB debugging and other small issues. The update overall appears to be stable, and some have mentioned that the factory reset leaves the device faster than it was before, but it's clear there are some hiccups. Well, I can simply say for me, I have a HD model of, once again, I have a HD model of Chromecast with Google TV, and I'm still not getting Android 14 update at this point. Then finally, we are getting into the last headline as we are running out of time, and that is the dedicated podcast tab now being available widely on YouTube for Android TV. So, if we take a look here, you can see that they do now have a dedicated podcast tab on your sidebar right here. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good addition if you ask me. So, it used to have a live or gaming if I'm not mistaken, but now the gaming tab is moved to under more section, and that is because YouTube is prioritizing the podcast tab. And I think it's a good idea because YouTube knows that users are listening to podcasts on their platform, so it makes sense that they're putting podcast tab in front of their sidebar. So it really makes sense. So, well, what will happen to the gaming and live? I can safely say it's now under the more section. And it looks like we are indeed done with the headlines of I should say we are indeed done with the tech headlines right here on the cafe. And with that, it is exactly 8 p.m. and we are going to wrap it up now. So any last words?
Nothing much, so let's just shall we?
All right, and with that, that brings us to the end of Asper's Cafe tonight. Thank you very much for joining our cafe. We'll be back again tomorrow, where we will cover more tech headlines that you need to know right here on Asper's Cafe.
Same
Same
time, same
time,
station.
same place, right here on Cool FM. Until then, I am Cairo.
And I dream card, the cafe is now closed.
We will see you tomorrow. And now we will now give way to the next program on Cool FM. Goodbye for now.
Asper's Cafe is produced by TJ Editor.